Thanks for checking in with Down the Road Show. We're here at the Long Beach Comic Con 2011.
Wanted to make sure that you heard me. Hey, kiddos.
Carlos? Good, how are you? I'm doing good, doing good.
So I'm here with Carlos. You may recognize Carlos from awesome movies like Desperado and
The classic one, El Mariachi.
El Mariachi, everybody's favorite. So what was that like to put together? You had your hands deep in that one.
Yeah, it was made in my hometown, and it was actually a movie that came about after 10 years of making small, little, short films with Robert. And a lot of people don't know that. Everybody thinks, okay, it's their first film, and they blew up into this massive publicity and worldwide. But it took us 10 years to get there, so a lot of people don't know that. And we practiced a lot, and gratefully, or thank God, that El Mariachi became what it's. Even now, they show it at universities and schools, so I'm very grateful for that film.
So after you finished El Mariachi, how many years before you guys did Desperado?
Technically, we finished El Mariachi in '92, released through Columbia Pictures in '93, and we were supposed to film the sequel in '93, but a lot of things happened at Columbia Pictures. There were some executives that were transferred to other places, and so we waited a year, and we shot Desperado in '94, released in '95, and then Robert went on to do From Dusk Till Dawn, and I went on to do Single Action for another $11,000, which you should download it at iTunes. And I think Single Action is for filmmakers, and it's an example that yes, you can make another film for low budget, and that was for $11,000.
Now, compared to low budget, big budget, I mean, you do a lot of low budget stuff. I mean, you do plenty of big budget stuff too, but I mean, you like these little small indies that you think they got more heart?
Both worlds, they have their problems, and in the indie world, the problem is always the financing, trying to get the financing, trying to get investors to invest in your project. And the big movies with studios, there's always like you're on the phone every single hour in the hour with the studios. Oh, we just saw this. Can you change this? Can you do that? So it's just a struggle, but you have to know how to deal with it. Yeah. And I believe that studios are also good. They're great, and indie films are also good and great. So it's just different struggles. That's all.
Did they want an autograph?
Oh, they'll come back.
They're coming back?
Yeah,
Okay.
Come back.
So what was it like to be part of Digger's project, Agent 88? Because I was on set, and I just enjoyed watching you guys work.
You know what? I'm very surprised at what he actually convinced me to do. I thought it was gonna. We spoke about the character, but I didn't know what. I had no idea what he was gonna come. What he was gonna bring to the table, and I said okay. So I saw an example of the scene with somebody else, and I took a lot of stuff from that, and I made it my own, which I'm very good at that. And I really enjoy that because that helped me try to mold my character. I have not seen anything, but it's a character that I've never played before, so hopefully people discover another side of me.
Excellent.
He's a very dirty guy.
It was funny, and watching you guys bounce off of each other in the car was great. I can't wait to see it all put together. Are you going to be for the panel upstairs? Or
I don't
no,
know.
you're gonna be gone
I'm,
by then,
I'm,
huh?
I'm supposed to be here until 4 or 5, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And where can people find, what are you working on next? What's your next project where people can
Oh, I'm
find
sorry,
you
yes.
acting or producing or directing, anything at all?
Zombie Apocalypse. We're working on that. We're just trying to finalize some deals, worldwide. And
cool.
one of the other projects is Bandido. We're gonna revamp Bandido. Bandido was I did that in 2004, 2003, I think. And that was made through a studio, Mexico studio, Televisa. But now I'm revamping, the whole Bandido series and Zombie Apocalypse as well. It's a franchise, and I want to mention Chi Kyung Chung, who I think is going to be like also the next John Woo, the next Robert Rodriguez. We don't know, but he's going to be up there with those guys, directing big, as well as Digger. And I can't wait for this short film to come out and then make the big movie. And then there's other movies like Sundown.
Sundown 7.
Sundown
They
7.
offer you a role in that yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
how's that cool?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I'm very excited now. So whatever. And when I saw Digger direct, I was very impressed because you don't know, many people when you work with them. I know Chi Kyung because he's made other films, but I hadn't seen anything that Digger did as a director. So you don't know what to expect, and everything I've seen is amazing. So Agent 88.
Agent 88. Watch for it. It's going to be more than just a small short film. I can't wait for the big budget. That's going to be awesome to watch.
That's going to be awesome as well.
So, down the road show, my favorite 3 questions. Who's your favorite superhero?
Superhero? I grew up. I don't know if they're superheroes or not. I grew up with Mad Max and Pliskin. To be honest with you, those were my heroes, and Dirty Harry. I mean, those were my heroes, as opposed to Spider-Man and Superman and all this. I don't know. I was never. I never watched too much cartoons or too much comics. I must say that I have to say that Robert loves that. Robert Rodriguez, he loves the comic book world. But like I said, I don't know if those guys are heroes, but those are my heroes, and that counts. Those are the guys that made me want to make movies, and they're still alive, which is weird. Yeah. I haven't met Clint Eastwood, but I've met Mel Gibson and I've met Kurt Russell. Okay. And they're very cool.
Excellent.
And, but I haven't met Clint, so Clint is like, wow.
Coming for you, Clint.
Please.
Who's your favorite villain? Mine's Darth Vader, so it's not even comic book related.
Again, every time I would go to the movies, I would never relate to the bad guy. I would always relate to either the main guy or the hero.
Yeah, you make such a good thug.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I don't know. I have to say that I do not know. And as a filmmaker, I should know what I would like in those specific dark roles, but I don't know who to take from, really. I mean, no, I'm sorry, I just don't know.
Who's your real life hero? Who inspires you?
As a kid, that's very interesting because in my life, not a lot of people have helped me. I've always helped a lot of people, but nobody really has said, we're going to help you. Like somebody would say that. So my dad was a hero of mine because he actually bought the first camera that Robert Rodriguez and myself used.
Oh, okay.
So that was some type of hero there. And then my mom again, she helped out in El Mariachi. That's why she's got both of them.
Credits.
Both of them are passed. My mom just passed away last year, but I think those are my heroes. I have to say.
Excellent. Those are good heroes to have. So for all of you would-be filmmakers out there, patience and persistence, right?
Yes, and you got a lot. I just want to say one more thing. A lot of people think everybody struggles, but what you don't know is that when you're at a certain level, you're still struggling to get to the next level. So no matter who you are, no matter how much fame you have, everybody's actually always struggling to get to the next level. And what's the final level? We don't know. To get an Oscar sometimes is good and sometimes it's not. You get an Oscar and you may not ever work again. Like I'm an officer and a gentleman,
Oh yeah.
whoever won an Oscar. I'm not going to mention any names, but I mean, I never saw. I mean, I don't want to use that as a bad example, but you never know, you know. Or an Oscar would be a good thing for your career.
Right.
Who knows? We
I'd
don't
love one.
know.
They're shiny.
Nobody knows about filmmaking. I mean, nobody knows about what's going to happen. That's the great thing about movies. No one knows. We can always predict. We can have a lot of hunger or courage and go do what you want to do. And you know, I think if you do it with a lot of passion and love, like it goes out there. And I've done a lot of things that they're still out there, like Single Action. You can get that at iTunes, and
Go
it's such
download it today.
it's such a small film, and not a lot of people own their movies. I have to say that I own Single Action worldwide except for Mexico, but not a lot of people can do that, you know.
Right.
So not even El Mariachi. El Mariachi, we had to sell it to Columbia Pictures, so
Right.
I can't even say that. I mean, we own part of it, but not all of it.
Right. So, hey, look, Carlos is a great guy. He's doing a lot of great work. Go support him by getting Single Action because that's his.
All right, everybody.
And
Now
because the
signing
voice
in the
told you
IDW
to.
booth, Tom Zoller.